don't know, for some reason that shit was saying I couldn't stream, but somehow I got another force L. I'm 3-5. I'm looking at it. I ain't playing Penn State. I lost to them. I'm playing California. I don't know what's going on, man. They probably do, but I thought we was. That was the first time against Penn State. Yeah, it was the first time. I'm sending you the shit now. You are at the crib already? Hey.
Space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Cal Golden Bears offense takes the field.
You can just type my name.
The guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test. Always in control. The receivers know.
I'm about to see the niggas getting blitz their life away anyway.
Out of the gun, the inside.
Damn, we got it. Took this bitch to the crib.
Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game.
Oh, they ready for your bosses too.
Defense finally makes the stop.
Hell no, I'm still in the same defense. I don't give a fuck.
The edge, like they did a great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? It makes.
And they couldn't hold.
Run her bosses again. Run it again.
What a great play.
Stupid motherfuckers.
On this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that.
Brandon Graham, Mozzie
You scare me.
Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one.
Them niggas. Yeah, I'm blitzing them niggas every play, bro.
To have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They not. I'm just letting you go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
4th and 20, man. I would have beat the shit out of Penn State, too. I'm mad.
First 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard
Stop
line.
it.
The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Wolverines.
Stop it, man. Tell them to throw it, man.
Take a look at our impact players for this one. What are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot.
This touchdown right here, first play. Elijah, this man-to-man. I already know. I know it ain't.
To play well if they're going to win the football.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Number one.
Nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
I really had him. I looked it off.
Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open.
This shit about to be easy.
But not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right.
Shit gonna be easy, man.
Ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I get to run. I'm running my shit. Like I get to run my shit. Damn, they pulled that back. They said that wasn't good.
Turn the call. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Stewart.
That's cool.
He's run out of bounds, but a big
I don't give a
play
fuck.
on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic.
All these niggas fast. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Has always been good.
Elijah. Early, Elijah.
Touchdown, Wolverines. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. On second down, he'll let it fly. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. On the move, it's Stewart. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the deep.
He's got it inside the 15. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Open runway ahead. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. And the D deny them on second and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David Wound. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Racing to the right. Touchdown Wolverines. And once he got loose, it was all over. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On second down, wants to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Running it back, it's Stewart. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll go to the air. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Trying to get to him. And a sack all the way back at the 5. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
Third down coming.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got a wide open receiver. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up and see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Penn. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. They move the tight end all over. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
It's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to throw on first down. Going over the top. Wide open, he makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man down the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. He'll pitch it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He finds his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
At the 20, he's got space. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Got his man on the right. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
It's caught downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown! Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
41, Cal 3. Returner goes out of bounds.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the 1st down marker. The Golden Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
First down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk play.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He caught it! And they're able to make the tackle. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Okay, ready?
This is a money play on 3rd and goal.
Cobra.
They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. They'll immediately call timeout. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. Just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It's caught. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He wants to pass it on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The play action fake. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. They continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll go right back to it. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And he's tackled at the 2-yard line, and that was a terrible decision to bring it out. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible. Backs against the wall. He'll let it fly again. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it inside the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Woods. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Wells. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Now the toss. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing.
Looking for a deep man. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Passes takes him still on his feet. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Fires the pass, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Going for the big play. It's complete. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Off he goes. At the 30. 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Pocket starts to collapse. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And incomplete on the deep ball. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some I'm going to get in your head. There's some I want to beat you on the recruiting trail in the future, and kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Dumps it to the back. Wide open man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see